right there. Hey, what's up, bro? Yeah, I got some notes. People. Thanks for checking in right here. It's been a crazy day in the crypto markets. I want to share what is going on here. So Bitcoin, if you didn't see it yet, everybody, pushed back above 70. It was 72,449. What I saw before I left the trading desk right there. XRP has made an even larger percentage move. That's what happens, right? Bitcoin leads everything, but the smaller market caps have bigger percentages with smaller moves. 35%. Gosh darn it. XRP, I had an order to buy right around 79 cents. I was getting too greedy. It went down to, what was it, people? 97, I believe, and then it pumped. It was up to over $1.30. I think it was $1.31. It had a wick that shot up to like $1.32. It's over a 30% gain. So where's the money coming from? Why did crypto suddenly turn into the risk on as far as the global investment markets? Here's why. Okay, the Treasury responds to the bond market and President Trump's push for new crypto legislation. Now, the catalyst number one here is these Treasury buybacks. It's kind of hard to understand, but it's the 30-year Treasury yield recently reached approximately 5.34%, highest level since it's been since 2007. Remember what happened in 2008, right? The housing crash. Higher yields increased borrowing costs for the government, home buyers, business, anything. Anybody trying to, it's more expensive. Now, it's concerning now that the national debt has crossed $40 trillion. This is some time to be concerned, economically speaking. Okay, Treasury announced it's going to at least double, okay, certain long-term bond buyback from $2 billion to $4 billion per operation beginning September 9th. Okay, more demand for bonds can raise bond prices and lower the yields because bond prices and yields move in opposite directions. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to somehow stabilize these rates so they don't keep going higher. Okay. So now after this announcement right here, the 30-year euro, it did pull back. I saw it to go 5.1. So it did pull back a little bit. So lower yields and weaker dollar can improve risk appetite. That's what's happened to the crypto market. The yields did come down a little bit from that all-time 5.34 high. It allowed the smart money to go risk on. Okay, by definition, what's risk on, everybody? Risk on is crypto. Okay, that is by definition what went on right here. So now, this is an important clarification. The Treasury buybacks is what they're called. It's not the Federal Reserve quantitative easing. That's not what this is. The Treasury is primarily trying to improve liquidity in long-term bond market by replacing older, less liquid debt. Okay, it isn't exactly money printing, but look, the announcement showed that policymakers were concerned enough about rising yields. They did respond. Okay, it's the smart money. Remember that. Okay, now, catalyst number two. President Trump publicly urged Congress to pass the Clarity Act during a White House crypto event. My God, so we got to be careful. What kind of world are we living in, people, when the president says something and it pushes the markets in certain directions? It's crazy to me. This Clarity Act got goofy. I was all into it a year ago, right? And I was reporting it on this channel. I was really into, hoping they pass it. But honestly, I read it. Okay, I think I did post a link on one of my, about 6 months ago in the description that's there. I started reading it. Dude, it's the banks trying to control everything. The language was not cool for crypto. It's, stable coins can't get yield and stuff like that. It's like, why even mess with it? It's horrible. So the legislation is intended to provide clearer rules concerning which digital assets are secure and which ones are commodities. It's securities versus commodities. Investors generally dislike regulatory uncertainty. Okay, that's what we've been seeing. Next bullet point here. The possibility of clearer U.S. crypto regulations gave the market another fundamental reason to become a little bit more bullish. Okay. And so why Bitcoin and XRP moved is because Bitcoin attracts liquidity first. Okay, because it's the largest and most liquid cryptocurrency. So when that moves up and it breaks these resistance, then the short sellers are forced to buy back their positions, and it accelerates the pump. That's why we saw the last 2 days. If you go on the daily chart on TradingView, I have a link below, by the way. If you're interested in looking at that charting service, it's the real link. Don't get scammed. You can see. Look at the daily chart. It has 3 green candles that are pumping right in a row. It's kind of fun if you're holding Bitcoin, that is. Now, traders then begin rotating into discounted altcoins looking for larger percentage gains. That's why XRP already experienced, it has been experiencing some substantial decline. It's good buying zones around that dollar, which what happened? The money rotated from Bitcoin into XRP, and it freaking pumped harder. It's insane how hard it pumped. If you guys look at those candles, I got all stoked this morning. So XRP's rally was likely driven by improving risk appetite. Okay, investors, they make a little bit of money by selling off the Bitcoin and the other stuff, and they get all stoked. So they put in a little bit more risky, smaller market cap, which is XRP, which is still a solid altcoin, as we know. Okay, the Bitcoin's breakout, the shorts covering, trader rotation, the optimism about the regulatory clarity is what gave this boost. So don't be fooled, people. Don't chase the candles. Look, if you didn't already hold these cryptos, don't buy them now. I'm telling you, this is personal experience. Don't sit there and go buy right now. It already pumped. It's going to roll over and test the support level. We got to find out where that next level is. It's not going to be all the way down to where it started, like 98 cents on XRP. It's probably going to be around $1.05, $1.10. Wait till it goes down there and then think about buying, okay? Now, in conclusion, I wouldn't say Treasury buybacks alone caused the rally, okay? Now, to be more accurate, the Treasury's announcement helped lower the long-term yields. It weakens the dollar, and it improves risk appetite. Okay, this is investing 101. Trump's push with the Clarity Act, it added on the same day. Look, this is all planned. I mean, come on, don't kid yourself. This is all planned for this stuff to happen as it did, and provide the fundamental catalyst. Well, short coverings and trader rotation amplifies the move. Now, okay, while I'm watching when the Bitcoin and XRP hold their breakout levels after this pullback. Okay, we're going to see where those breakout levels are at. Okay, the yields rise again on the 30-year notes. The dollar strengthens and crypto loses support. This may have been a primary short squeeze. I think it is. That's my prediction. This is not financial advice. I think we just saw a short squeeze. I've seen a couple posts out there on X and on I think on Insta talking about it was a scam. You know, look at the money. Look, that's how these things work. Call it a scam. Call it what you want. It's the smart money doing certain things. That's why we have to follow what the smart money does as retail investors to be a little more savvy ourselves. That's the key to this whole question. So if the breakout holds and more altcoins begin participating, the risk on move, it might have a little further to run. Okay, so that's all I'm talking about. It's crazy. It's kind of fun, man. It's been so boring and just horrible seeing all these short-term, just been boring. Just it's all this sideways movement, all this crazy stuff's been boring. It was kind of nice to see some green candles. Portfolios went up a little bit. No matter where you got in, okay, a little bit of green is always a good thing for any human psyche. So wanted to share that information. If you got anything out of that, go back and watch this. If the things that I was saying are very important as an investor, if you have any money at all in these markets, these are the macro perspectives on these things. Take a look, and let me know what you think. Feel free to give a comment right there. Give me a thumbs up and share this video if you would, please. I'm going to keep it going one day at a time. Everybody, peace out. Enjoy the rest of your evening.